Hello, folks. I thought I would kind of, let me see. Let me grab one of my pictures for you. Where is he? There he is, slippery devil. Give me a minute. Now, it's about time for me to do the second part of the story of Argoss Kura. Now, there are a lot of things that kind of happened during movies and stuff. He wasn't there for Mega Cooler or the Revenge Cooler. He wasn't there for those. But he only was there for like Fusion Reborn. Fusion Reborn is the only time he was actually there. I would say he was there for Wrath of the Dragon, the last one before Bella Gods. But that was pretty much. I think Fusion Reborn was the only time he actually really got involved. Because every time, because in some of the stories where he was on his own adventures, he would feel like these presences, and that sort of would fill in the timeline of the movies with the anime and stuff like that. So, but like I said, he only really got involved with the Future Reborn stuff. But let me finish. I want to finish where he was actually a part of the DBZ canon in my little fanfic. Um, Goku actually found out who he was and actually invited him. He didn't know who he was, but he knew how he'd kind of watch from the distance, and he would only help when he actually needed to. Even though they didn't really notice that he was helping, Goku did, and he's like, I know. He's like, I know you've been watching, and I know you're a strong guy. We're kind of having this party. It was kind of during the Majin Buu party when everybody was kind of celebrating. And when freaking Vegeta saw Argoss, he kind of flipped because I didn't like right. I mean, the other time where Argoss actually has a fight against Vegeta is back when they're on planet Vegeta, and basically Argoss beat Vegeta with a series of punches. Punches so fast. He called it the Falcon Punch. Not to be confused with Captain Falcon, but with Captain Falcon's Falcon Punch. And when he just saw this, ew, Vegeta was like, oh, you brought him along. What's a weakling like him doing here? And I was like, well, Argoss Kuro was like, and I wrote him like this. He's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes I don't really like Vegeta. And pretty much, yeah, let's see who else comes when I'm trying to do stuff like this. Hold on, folks. Okay, a lot of technical difficulties with my family because my sister was knocking on the door, and my parents are watching. I don't know what they're watching, but everybody's hooting and cheering. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep going. Ooh, before I keep going on, um, Super Smash Brothers is the new Super Smash Brothers. Even though I played that demo, it's good. It's so good. It is so good, and I really, 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 really enjoy it. And like freaking says, Gligar said, it's not for fighting games. And I went like, before I start with the tale of Argos Kuro, I just want to say that Gligar bitch, were you even trying? Like, I don't even care. He wasn't even trying, guys. I don't think he was. Like, really. The thing is, with video games, you have to learn controls. In fighting games, you have to learn combos. That is the thing. Man, I'm telling you, because back in the day, you had to learn combos. You had to learn the ways to win. You have to learn certain moves you can do. And the thing is with Smash is you event combos for yourself. You know, you event combo moves that you can do. So you gotta learn. So, the best way to do that is to learn the controls. All the more reason to learn the controls in the DS. Even though some people are not used to it, you need to learn how to use them if you're going to play this game. That's all I gotta say. Because back in the day, you had to learn the moves and controls. Same with Mortal Kombat, and same with Street Fighter, and same with everything else. You had to learn the controls to succeed. So, I'm done. But I'm getting back to the story. So, okay, where was I? Oh yeah, during the party. Freaking Argoss looks at Vegeta, and he's like, I seen what you did with, I heard about, like, what you did with Cell. I'm like, idiot, I don't care if we are Saiyans, you should have took him out. You should have took him out when you had the chance before everybody freaking got killed and Goku had to sacrifice his life. And, everybody kind of got quiet in that thing. In the story, everybody gets quiet. He's like, oh, you call yourself a Saiyan. And then freaking Argoss goes like, yes, I call myself a pretty good Saiyan. Because I'm not like you. I didn't go like, oh, I need to beat Goku. Oh, I need to let Babidi control my mind to freaking beat Goku. Oh, bitch, I trained. No, I didn't say like he said, bitch, I trained. But I wanted him to say that, but no, he says like, I trained to get to where I am. I didn't try to outmatch or get stronger for anybody other than myself, because I knew when the time came, I will have to give it my all. Other than you, I mean, but I hear you saved your kids from Majin Buu, and that's pretty admirable of you. That actually shows you have a soul. And pretty, when he said the whole I'm pretty good Saiyan, he actually kind of had Vegeta by his neck. And, he couldn't move because that's how strong Argoss is. Like, he's not like overpowered strong, but he's stronger than Vegeta he was stronger than Vegeta at that point. He was way stronger than Vegeta. He's kind of at the same level that Goku was at that point. And, Vegeta was like, It's like, and then, Argoss goes like, yeah, you too. And then he talks to some of the people. He does the Ox King, Oolong, Puar, some of the other characters. And Bulma actually kind of flirts with Argoss, just kind of commenting on his appearance and how he looks. Because he wasn't wearing this gi that I've drawn on him. He was actually wearing like kind of a casual thing, and he was like, and she just kind of said it a little casually, like kind of jokingly, but that's how I wrote it. Like, just like if I wasn't on with Vegeta, he'd be the first one on my list or something like that. Because she said something like he'd be the first one on my list, and no, it's not because he's it's not because he's a Gary Stew. I just kind of felt like that little instance would be kind of funny. I didn't do it as a kind of, oh, Bulma wants Argoss. No, I did it as kind of a funny thing. And yeah, it was the first time really in the series that I wrote that he blushes. I thought it's like, these guys like, okay, I'm gonna go over there. Argos Kuro is not a romantic character. Yeah. I never really wanted him to be with anybody. I kind of just wanted him to be alone because he was kind of serious. I mean, there was a point where I was thinking of having him settle down and having kids and having his bloodline actually kind of carry on at a point. But then I thought, no. And then when I think about Xenoverse, because they actually revealed some of the story in one of the trailers, and saying that Argos had this like prophecy in one of the little chapters I made for him, and it said that he'd be the promised warrior. All the time would be, all the time would need him at some point. It was a very vague one, just to put it bluntly. It was pretty vague on what he was supposed to do. I'd say the best part of that, though, the best part of that is Xenoverse is actually like they actually bring your character in with Shenron, like they wish for him, kind of like how the other version of After Future was, where they wish for like unbeatable Saiyan warriors. Kind of the same thing. I really, 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 really enjoy that little aspect. Because there was kind of a prophecy with Argos saying that Old Time will need him one day. And it was kind of vague, and I never really started writing about it. But when I saw DBO and now Xenoverse, I could write something about that. How he basically goes like, this isn't as different as he goes to Trunks, he's like, so you want me to fight you want me to go through time and fight people unseen. And he goes, hey, that isn't as different as what I used to do anyway. So, alright, I'll do it. It's just like how he's written that I love. I mean, I like how he's serious. I mean, he can be a little bit sarcastic most of the time. Mostly because I'm a little bit of a sarcastic person. Some of the time. Or, when someone's wrong and I know they're wrong, I go with the other people. But that's a story for another day. But the funny thing is, he had his own villains. He had his own villains like the evil Doctor. What did I call him? Dr. Gene Bay, he was like an old red ribbon. He was like an old red ribbon scientist. He wasn't really related to Dr. Gero, but he did kind of use some of his older stuff that Argos used to fight. Fought him. He did fight Pilaf at one point. Like, people wonder, it was kind of my little explanation of, where Pilaf went during, what he was doing during when he came to Dragon Ball GT. He was also going to use the Black Star Dragon Balls to not only take care of Goku, but to take care of Argos as well. Because after the years where they stopped fighting Goku, in the years like prior to the Buu saga, they'd kind of meet up with Argos and they'd have some plan to take over the world. And they were kind of like the Team Rocket of Argos' little standalone series. Though I did have plans for him to go with one of Pilaf's freaking henchmen, which is Mai. I mean, there was kind of an alluding thing where he actually kind of did like Mai, but I kind of sort of kicked that one out when I was writing his little standalone series. I mean, there was one part where he goes like, for humans, she is pretty cute. And I was gonna pursue that further. I said further. I said further, but I meant further. But I just thought this was better. And when Goku was gone, Bug it's Bugsy actually trained Pan, and he sort of trains Bra for a little while, and she's kind of a natural, so she's kind of sort of a natural, and she can fight. In my version, she can fight when she wants to, but mostly he trained Pan because he felt like Pan was his star pupil. And you guys probably wonder, like, why did you never ask the guy from Epsilon to put Argoss into anything? Because that dude probably had his own established thing, and my character is another Saiyan that kind of survived. So it would just add clutter to that series, and bad enough that Saiyans are already coming back, but he has an explanation for that. I just think it'd be kind of weird because Epsilon is actually just the stuff after GT. And I would really like that. I really, I should review Epsilon when, like, all this episodes are done. I'm going to review that for what it is. I'm going to watch every episode back to back. And I'm going to review it. Because, again, just another thing that would bridge GT with another thing that they could use after GT. Better than After Future, where Vegeta kills himself. Yeah, I really thought, like, Vegeta killing himself was kind of... I was disturbed by that, actually. Because I just don't see Vegeta going like, oh, Goku, I miss you. I miss you every time. We never got to fight. I understand that, but to me, it just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. Because, the Vegeta I write and the Vegeta from the actual series would never try to kill himself. If anything, he would still train. Because if he ever does fight Goku again, he would be in top physical condition. Even how old he would get. He'd still train. At some point he would stop, but he'd still train. And that's why I don't like the whole fact that Vegeta would kill himself. I don't like that fact. And then the little backstory of how he'd be kind of a dark angel was kind of... Ugh. I just don't think that would work. I mean, I think it would work, personally. I mean, scratch what I said before. I think it would work, but it just seems unlikely that Vegeta would kill himself. Just because of Goku. And the one gripe I have with... Another gripe I had with After Future, the fan thing that they were making, why does Goku have a freaking tombstone? His body went with Shenron. He didn't die. There was no reason for him to have a tombstone. And he even says, the dragon took me somewhere, so I won't come back in your lifetime. So, Goku, in that one, he can come and go as he pleases. Because somehow he feels the dragon. It's really stupid. Kitties, I don't know. I just think it just wouldn't work. As its own thing. As its thing that kind of bridges GT. Because I feel like, freaking Trunks and Bra, they would kind of go like, why, Dad? And they'd have some sort of depressing little thing with them. And that would be kind of messed up. But, that's just how I feel about it. And for those of you that want to ask, that'll probably ask me in Tumblr, I feel like Argoss would probably be like, Vegeta, you stupid idiot. Why are you doing this? Jesus. You don't have to freaking kill yourself. Yeah, Goku may not exist in may not come back during your lifetime, but Jesus, there are other things. You still have children. Be there for them. You freaking idiot. And they just socks him a bit. And you say, he goes like, because in that version I would have him say like, you say you're the strongest, but right now you're cowering like a little lost puppy. Oh, where's Goku? Where's Goku? You freaking fool. Go become stronger. Do what you gotta do. But killing yourself is not the answer. And if I sense that you're about to, again, I'm going to beat you so violently you're going to wish you were dead. And, and even in my series, I kind of allude that, Vegeta and Argoss are cousins, and he does care about Vegeta in a kind of cousinly way. But not in that cousinly way that some of you may be thinking. No yaoi for that, okay? No yaoi for you. I have to say that every few times. So, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, it'd just be his kind of way of just telling Vegeta to kind of hang in there. Because that would be the only way Vegeta understands. But pretty much, there that is. Okay. And for the Xenoverse thing, I'm actually going to make Argoss exactly how he is in this picture right here. His gi. I actually forgot to put his little logo of his master because he actually trained under a master. It wasn't Master Roshi, but it was a master that he came across after fighting Dr. Jinbei. And he, because he saw the old man do this one attack that he had to use. And it was called the Falcon Blast. Well, actually, no. Wait a minute. The Falcon Blast was like actually, no, I'm thinking about like all the other times I've written Argoss, a different Argoss, and changed his background a little bit. But actually, he actually learned the Falcon Blast by Master Shinzu. He learned the Falcon Blast by Master Shinzu, and actually perfected it and made several variations of that move. And yes, Master Shinzu is perverted, but I'll just say Master Shinzu, let's just say he only liked a certain, he'd go with the animal type chicks, and he'd go with the animal type chicks and stuff. It's just weird. And there's other stuff that he preferred. In a weird way, it was kind of like Herbert. He was like Herbert. So I guess, fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks of that. It was the only one that was kind of just a little weird. I'll put it like that. So, yeah, there's that. And then when Xenoverse kind of hits, I'm gonna make him exactly as that. I don't know if you can actually make them say anything, like you have to type it and he says something. But he's still gonna keep, I would say he's gonna keep his serious tone, his seriousness, if that's even possible, in his face. And it's kind of his badassery, which actually I know is a made up word, but he has it. But that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of my last one until I play Xenoverse and actually write a little bit for Argoss Kuro, and I'm gonna retitle it Xenoverse. It's just gonna be it's gonna be fun. And yeah, he will have a love interest in the new series I'm making. It's only going to be a fan fiction though. Let's just say it's going to be a Majin girl. So yeah, it will really get weird. But you know, in all honesty, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little thing about my character. Next time, I think I'll talk about his power level and how strong he is. And yeah, he can go Super Saiyan God, but he calls it an ascension, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But that does it for like his story, his backstory and stuff. So, see you guys later.